Did you ever make big money?
Never.
That's crazy to me, fam.
I make more in a month now than I did in an entire year fighting UFC.
So how did you make money?
I didn't. I was living in a 1-bedroom studio.
So
when my girl met me, I was in a 1-bedroom studio.
So it wasn't until podcasting.
No, not to podcasting and stand up until I started making legit money.
Really?
Yeah. Like I couldn't buy a house when I was fighting UFC. Not a chance.
Wow, that's so weird. I always thought that you made a grip fighting.
No, not even close.
And then
that's the thing. People think because of my popularity now, it's from the UFC, but I was never like I never headlined a card. I was good. I was ranked in the top 10, but I was never like a huge star. My fan came after my fan base came after the fact. Came from podcasts and stand up. But especially hater comics like, oh, it's just because he's in the UFC. It doesn't work like that.
No,
comedy don't work like that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know you to be like like an elite fighter or something like that. But I thought that you had built up this like fan base from fighting and then transitioned that. But really, it was built up through podcasting.
All fighting the kid. All fighting the kid. Wow. My entire fan base.
So that's crazy. $16,000 to fight. I wouldn't fight for $16,000 now.
Oh no! I mean, I wouldn't drive to Pasadena for $16,000 right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like in that traffic?
Yeah.
No, come on.
But here's the weird thing about the UFC is like I don't know. Like, I think it's just brilliant. So, like, their marketing's brilliant. Like, the way that they get up on Instagram. I follow the Instagram accounts, and all of a sudden, I start caring about a fighter a week before. Like, they know exactly what they're doing.
They're the best.
They're just they take a few knockouts, and you're like, oh, this guy's actually good. He's gonna be a fucking superstar. He's gonna make a comeback.
Everybody else is WNBA compared to the UFC.
It's unbelievable.
Everybody else, not even close. And I'm not faulting. I have no issue with what they pay the fighters. Nothing. That's not my job. That's on the fighters.
Yeah. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, do they need to take the lion's share of the money so that they can pay for all these marketing costs?
No, not at all.
Oh, so it's really just
they just have their biggest quarter ever. They make $2 billion, some shit.
Okay, so that's
it's just greed, and like their ESPN deal.
Yeah,
like they're fat and happy. They could definitely pay the fighters, but if you're and they should. That's probably the right thing to do. But if you're Steve Jobs and you're working for Apple and say he's alive, would you move your headquarters and your manufacturing to Texas so it's American made? Or you can keep paying these fucking Chinese people and basically slave labor and 2 cents to make an iPhone so you get all the profits. Like if I'm Dana, I'm not changing shit. There's no reason to.
And it's weird. It's like almost. I don't know. An interesting thing happens is like when you underpay people, they get really excited about the bonuses. Like,
oh, dude, when they start crying when they get $25,000, I'm like, God, dog.
I mean, they're putting their like lives on the line, and then they get like, give me the fight bonus or give me this, and like they make another $50,000 or whatever it is for winning or for knockout of the night, and they're losing it. But it's really endearing as a viewer because you see somebody appreciate an amount of money that you as an average casual person would appreciate. Like if somebody gave somebody who's a teacher, right, or a construction worker $50,000 that didn't know they were
salary for the year. They're working their ass off.
So think about how relatable they are. So you create this dynamic where the fighters are so relatable to the people that are watching the fighting. If Floyd Mayweather's making $100 million. That's completely unrelatable. Like, I don't even understand what you're going through. I don't understand your excitement about money.
Yeah.
Do you know? So I don't know if they did this on purpose, but in a weird way, it makes the fighters that much more exciting to the casual fan.
And that's fine. The problem is, and I'm with you on that all the way, everything you said. The only problem is it's like, and I have a lot of friends who are retired now. And they have nothing. Dude.
But so what if they did some
CT?
Shit?
They have nothing.
CT and nothing.
They're holding fucking mitts at the UFC gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making $12 an hour.
So what if they did something like this? What if they put money in? I think like the NFL does this, and like NBA. I don't know if the NBA does it, but like certain sports put money into like a kind of like retirement fund for the fighters.
With the NFL, you get a stipend. So if you got to play 3 years and a certain amount of games, then you get a stipend for the rest of your life because you committed your entire life to that sport.
And they know what it does to your ass.
Correct.
So
the UFC, they're just.
But what if the UFC did that? It's like, yo, listen, we're going to keep paying you these things. Everybody seems
There's
to like
no reason
it.
for the UFC to.
Because
everyone keeps playing ball.
Exactly,
so, like, I when they got together, the Fighters Union, they came to me. Like, hey, we want you part of this. We want you to do all this. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. And then trying to get the fighters together is like wrangling cats. It's like trying to solve the homeless problem. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, unless you guys unless the homeless decide they want to be homeless, unless the fighters decide that, so you'd have to have Connor, Nate, Leon Edwards,
and
all the big boys.
so much money, so they don't give a fuck.
No, they don't give a fuck.
So
you'd have to have all the big boys goes, hey, unless you start paying everybody, we're not fighting. But because they go, if let's say one dude goes, like Luke Rockhold right now, it's like they should pay us more. The UFC's gonna go, cool, don't fight. We'll have this other guy fight.
Bro,
and the other guy's he's foaming at the dick to fight for 2020. So there's never gonna be a change ever.
Yeah. Ever. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break.